Well, hello, my YouTube friends. My name is Paul, and I haven't posted in a while, but I have some new content that I would love to share today with all of you. Um, I want to talk about a very touchy subject, and it's about Jesus, the Bible, and LGBTQ plus people. And the first thing I want to talk about is being gay a sin? And the answer is no. Okay, sins are acts that separate us from God and keeps us from loving our neighbors as ourselves. Being gay is not a sin, but bullying is. Being hateful is to other people's. That's the sin. Putting yourself in the place of God to judge others is a sin. Being gay is not. What did Jesus say about gay people? Well, Jesus said the same thing about gay people that he said about all people. God loves you beyond your wildest imagining and calls you to walk in love with each other. He also said a whole lot of welcoming the stranger, embracing the outcast, ministering to the marginalized, and loving, not judging your neighbor. So if you really take a look at it, does the Bible really condemn homosexuality? Well, the short answer is no, it does not. There are a handful of passages in the Old and New Testament that talk about God condemning specific sexual acts, but has nothing whatsoever to do about sexual orientation and everything to do with the context, such as occultic prostitution or even gang rape. To put another way, using the Bible as a handbook on human sexuality makes as much sense in the 21st century as using a handbook on astronomy like Galileo did in the 16th century. See, the church got it wrong when it misused the Bible to condemn Galileo, and it gets it wrong when it misuses the Bible to condemn LGBTQ plus people. How should I respond when people say God hates fags? First of all, God's nature is to love, not hate. We believe that God cares about is not our sexual orientation, but our theological orientation. And this question that matters is not who do you love, but do you love? Okay, recognizing that homophobia causes some folks to project onto God their own fears, prejudices, and biases against LGBTQ people, sometimes the best response is simply no response. Now, I know it could be challenging, but getting triggered by hate mongers prevents us from being the change that we as LGBT community want to see. So, how about transgender people? Where do they fit in? Well, the same place where every beloved child of God fits in. Smack dab in the middle of the center of God's care, His love, and His desire for health, wholeness, and to every single human being. One question that really irks me the most is, I hate when somebody tells me that being gay is a sin and not a choice. Okay, so I always tell them that Jesus said absolutely nothing about being gay, but he said a lot of things about judging other people. I tell them that there is no consensus among scientists about the exact reason that individual develops a heterosexual, bisexual, gay, or lesbian orientation. There is a consensus that sexuality is a continuum. So the choice is not to be gay, straight, or somewhere in between. The choice is for us to build our own healthy relationships. and to give people the grace to build their own. One other thing I can't stand is when our politicians condemn my sexuality, citing their beliefs in the Bible. Well, first of all, our First Amendment rights protects us, okay? And it protects them in believing whatever they want to about what God does or does not bless. But it also prohibits them from using these beliefs to decide who the Constitution protects or doesn't protect. Okay. We need to tell them to stop confusing their theology with our democracy. And then campaign for and donate to the opponent in their next election cycle. So, what about these who say they need religious freedom laws to protect their rights to discriminate against LGBTQ people because of their religion? Well, simply put it into realistic terms is they are wrong. The Constitution already protects their rights to exercise their religion. It does not protect the right to impose their religion, just as using the Bible to justify radical segregation was wrong in the 1960s. It is to justify LGBTQ discrimination is wrong today. And finally, one of the most ridiculous questions that I've ever heard is, should I try to pray the gay away? Okay, there's one simple answer to that, and that is no. If you need to pray away something, pray away homophobia. Homosexuality does not need healing. Homophobia does. It took me almost 50 years to finally be honest and truthful, to live my own life, myself, and be comfortable who I am, and able to love my God. And other religions will tell me that I'm going straight to hell just because my sexual orientation isn't what theirs is. Well, I have news for them. Be proud of who you are, because God loves you. And also remember that God's love is fully inclusive. He loves you. He made you in His image, and you are a child of God. So remember to love yourself. The ultimate person that you need to love is yourself, to be comfortable who you are, and there is nothing wrong with that. So, until next time, my dear friends, thank you for supporting me on my channel, and I hope to see you the next time. Alrighty, take care and peace out.